Hey guys, Rich here with Brotherhood Reviews, and we're back talking about One Piece chapter 1048. Chapters finally dropped, the longest 2 weeks in the world. Now, we get this chapter and we start off finishing up what Luffy saying to Momo. We gotta move the island, bro. And Momo's like, that's impossible. And Luffy's just like, I know you can figure out a way. Now, this chapter is like very, very suspenseful. It has a lot of elements to it that I really enjoy. Basically, there's just a lot going on. More so in the flashback category. It is not Kaido's. It is another Momo flashback of him reminiscing about his parents telling him, like, you know, you can do it. You can, giving him that extra boost of encouragement he needs, you know. So hopefully within the next couple chapters, we will be seeing him actually move Onigashima. Because I don't see Luffy punching through it. So, but there's some great dialogue between Luffy and Kaido that we get. Kaido asks Luffy, do you know what happened to the hero of this country 20 years ago? He burned to death. And he sets his whole body to flames. Luffy lets go. And he tells Luffy, don't worry, I'm not gonna run. This country has been waiting for you, its saviors. So it's like Kaido is hoping he loses. He doesn't believe he's gonna lose because he's Kaido. Like, he made that perfectly clear, like, I'll tank this. It is very interesting because even when the flashback, we see a little bit more of Kaido and his personality. Like, we kind of get to see, like, him actually when he went to go kill Momo at first, and like how he was just hitting people with his thunder bagua to get out his way. So because they were asking him, no, like, the Kazuki family's been through enough, blah blah blah, and he's like, nah, I'm about to kill this little dude. And then, you know, we get to the scene and he like grabs him by the neck and throws him off to the side because he's like, oh, thought you'd be a little bit older than this. But then we, in the midst of that little flashback, we cut to everybody and what's going on. They're still dealing with the fire in certain places. Kaido's forces are still fighting, so, you know, the war is not over yet by any means. And I love that about this chapter. That's what Oda was getting across. Like, okay, like, obviously it's almost over, but the war is not over. Like, people are still fighting for their lives. Usopp dropped Kinemon and Kiku, and he's like, oh, come on, like, you guys gotta be alive. Like, you know, we can't do this. And then we get to, you know, what we've all been waiting for, the death of Orochi. Oh my god. And like, we thought, like, once he turned back into his dragon form, like, Denjiro was gonna pop up because he's been gone since they popped off on Kaido. So he had to have popped up one way or another, and better sooner than later. So he cuts off Orochi's head. He was like, think it's time, you know what I mean? Like, I see it's getting out of hand. Cuts his head off and ends it there. You know, they're standing there cool, calm, collected, and that's the end of the chapter. We get a few more panels of the lanterns floating up. One of them says, I wish Orochi would leave, will disappear, which appeared right after Denjiro popped up. And another one said, I wish we could be free. And then right under it, if nobody really noticed, it said, I wish for a sip of clear water. Now, obviously, Oda's showing this to us now because he's showing us that this is obviously the events that are happening and how they're going to unfold. How long it's gonna take is still skeptical because everybody still wants a full Kaido flashback, and at this point we can either assume we've gotten enough of his character to move on with this part of the story, or he's waiting until the end of the fight, because at the end, at this point, the only thing left really to know about Kaido is his relationship to rocks. And would his relationship to rocks really be as important now or later on in the story? But that's for a different video. But this chapter in itself was amazing. A lot of good things happened. Momo needs to put on his big boy pants, you know what I mean, and move that island. I feel like we've seen that flashback 4 different times and added like one new line of information each time. So that flashback, I'm not really trying to dive back into it that much, but the flashback was very solid. We got to see more of Kaido and what he was really like and capable of, and just Orochi back then, you could tell his hatred for that country. Like, he was ready for everybody to die at that point. And that's probably my question for you guys. Was Orochi right for what he did? I don't know. I might have felt the same way he felt if I was being hunted as a kid. But that's all I have for this, guys. Thank you. I hope you guys are having a good day, time, night, whenever you guys are listening to this. Thank you.